What's up guys, it's Mo, and today I have for you a little video on making your own dot grid paper. We're going to do something today that's like a classic size, disc bound type of page size, but you can literally use this for any page size. I think I might later on, no promises, do something like a personal size, because for personal you can fit like two personal size pages on one 8.5 by 11 page, but if you're doing this for like true A5 or classic size or anything like that, you're only going to do one page per design area, if that makes sense. So you'll be able to print these back and front. Again, you can do them for any size. I am using another free software today, and it is OpenOffice, Apache OpenOffice. This website is the true website for it. It looks a little bit odd. Like, I know we need to be wary of clicking on certain links. I'm quite confident that this is the website for OpenOffice, but you can just Google it too. But this is OpenOffice Draw that we're going to use. The OpenOffice has like a word processor. It might have like a sheets type of thing, like a spreadsheets type of thing. I'm not sure. But I've used both the word processor, which I think is like text or something. And yeah, but right now I think it's easier to design inserts and stuff in OpenOffice. So the first thing that we're going to do, I have some notes here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down, and I don't know what version of OpenOffice I have. You can see here that like there's a 4.1.7 release. So but basically what we're going to do is down here is the rectangle tool, wherever it is on your guy. I can even move this up here. Sometimes it's over on this side, but I'll move this up here. But we just need to draw a rectangle, so I'm going to just draw a rectangle. I'm going to right click and go to position and size. I am going to unlock, this is kind of unlock the proportions kind of deal. You don't want to keep the ratio, you want to change it to be 7 wide by 9.25 tall, and hit OK. And this is going to be the size of your Happy Planner or classic size disc bound page. So we can right click, we'll go to alignment. We're going to do center. That's going to put it in the page, or center of the page that way, and center of the page this way. Now what we want to do is draw some lines. We're going to make our guides to trim our pages. So what we're going to do is go draw a line. I'm going to hold down the shift key and I'm going to draw a line. That way the line is always going to be straight. Like you can see, it's an angle, but it's completely straight. So then I will make sure this is selected. I held down the shift key and hit the arrow to the right because I'm going to hold down the shift key and select both my line and my square, and right click, hit align, and we're going to align left. So that's going to put that to the left. So I'm going to right click and copy. I could right click and Control C paste, and you can see you pasted one on top of that. So now I'm holding on the shift key and hitting my down arrow, and that's going to bring our little grid or guideline for our printing down to the bottom. I'm going to select both of those, hit Control C and Control V. That's going to, Control C is copy and Control V is paste. I'm going to hold down my shift key again. You can see these two guys are selected. Hold down my shift key, right click, and hit alignment right, and that's going to send them over there. So now we have some cut lines, or not cut lines, I guess trim marks, so that when you print this you'll be able to cut it down. Now we need to make a trim mark right here and right here. So you can either select this, Control C, Control V, and then right click, and we can probably do like some rotation. I'm not going to even attempt to find where that is. Maybe is this? Nope, that's effects. I'm not even going to attempt to find where that is. We're going to delete that. We're going to go back and draw another line. I was trying to be clever and show you guys some tricks, but I don't even know where it is, so we don't even have to do it. Hold on the shift key again, and we're going to draw our line this way. It doesn't have to be too long. Now we can get it below the top and kind of into the little grid here, or the little page shape that we've drawn out. Hold down your shift key and select the blue shape. So we've got this line and the blue shape selected. Right click, we're going to align top. We can go over here, click that guy again, Control C, Control V, hold down our Shift key and use our right arrow to nudge this guide over like that. Now we can select both of these again. 1, 2, hold on your Shift key when selecting, Control C and V, and we can go like this. Get these guys close. Now I have my Shift key pressed, and then I'm just hitting the down arrow, and then we're going to hold down the Shift key as well and click on the blue square. Then we're going to right click, hit Align Bottom, and that's going to send our guides to the bottom. Now these guides here have a line weight of 0, and I will show you where you can see that. Once I get these selected, you can see that right here. So we just want to probably do like 0.1, and then we're going to change this. Instead of being black, we're going to change it to be something like gray 4. That way when you print it, these are not going to be super dark, so that when you trim them, if there's maybe something a little bit off, if it doesn't print right, you know, you won't see too bad the dark black trim lines. You can even make these a little bit lighter sometimes. I like to just make them super light. Like, I know that they'll still print, but sometimes my printer is really off and it gets really annoying, so I just change this to gray 3. So now we're going to deal with this square here. So I'm just going to select our blue square. I'm going to go over to color and I'm going to hit none. There's going to be no color in it. And now we eventually are going to delete this, but I'm going to use this as my guide sort of to make my text box. So now we're going to go insert some text. Grab your text box here. Can we draw a text box? We can draw a text box. Let's Control Z. Text. We're going to kind of draw it in our box that we made. I'm going to go type in some, dots, just some little periods here. And I think it's going to try and change them to be ellipses, so we may have to do some editing here. So we have Arial and 18. We're going to change this to, keep it at Arial, but change it to 12. We are going to right click and go to Character. We're going to change the spacing. This is the kerning that you're changing. The kerning is the space between the letters. So this spacing here under Character is for your kerning. If you're doing this, you can do the same thing in like Microsoft Publisher. I don't know about Microsoft Word. Publisher is easier to work with because it's kind of like a drawing program. So you can do the same thing. You may find letter spacing or kerning or something in something like Microsoft Publisher. So we'll go to Expanded. We're going to change this to 10.2. And the reason why I'm changing this to 10.2 is I have found this is the closest sizing to getting, what is it, like 8 or 9 dots per 1.5 inches. So this matches the like classic size grid paper that I have already from the Happy Planner. And I like to draw out my grids to be a certain way, so it's going to make it fit properly. I'm pretty sure. I've done a test print on half letter and it seems to work. So it should work for this as well. So we're going to leave this 10.2 font or 10.2 expanded spacing. Hit OK. You can see this first one. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. This first one, it changed it into like an ellipses, which is not what we want. So we can just keep doing our dots, and what we may find is, where's our cursor here, that we may need to make this just a little bit bigger so that everything fits kind of within this box here is our, that blue box that we changed the color of, and then this is our text here. So we may need to nudge this around a little bit. If you need to resize it, if your little, I don't know what these are called, honestly, your little guys that you would grab to resize are red, you can just click on the little blue line and it'll make it so you can resize them. If you click the blue line, then these little dots will turn back to like their teal, cyan, whatever color it is. So now that we have one line of dots, what we can do is Control C, Control V. Oops. Let's do this. I think we may need to adjust this here. Let's get some, let's just get some dots going, and then we'll adjust what we need to adjust. So all I'm doing is Control Ving, because I did Control C for this top line. Let's see if we can adjust this some. There we go. This does not want me to click in on it. There we go. And mother of pearl. Okay, Control C. Go all the way to the end. Let's see what happens here. Okay. We're going to have to backspace some. This, in my trial run, it worked. I don't know why it's not really working right now. So, now you see all of the little red things saying things are spelled incorrectly. But, basically, what we're trying to get is for, you can see this is about, this length here to here is like 1.5 inches. So you can see these just about fall in line with that. So, we've got 1.5 here, 1.5 about here, 1.5, yep, and then 1.5, yeah. So we'll have room for our punches on either side. So I'm going to zoom out. And the glory of this is you can either make this just one page and print it back to front, or you can right click on here and hit copy, and then right click on here and hit paste. So now, you can't really tell, but I am switching between them. You have 2 pages that you can save and print back to front. So it would be easier maybe if you're going to some place to have them printed, you could send them a file with 2 pages. What I did forget to do was you can either do this where you can delete the, let's see here, I am going to align, arrange, send to back. Yes, we want to make sure that we're selecting this outlined, this outlined square here. You can either change this to white so it doesn't print, or you can just delete it altogether. Sometimes I like to change it to white if I want to make sure that that square is still there if I'm doing some other messing around or whatever. So now we can do this. We'll have to send this. You can see I'm selecting, if it's kind of pulsing like this, it's got the cursor in it, so I have selected the text area. So I'm going to arrange, send to back, and then now I can select that square. So now we can save this as a PDF or whatever you want to do. So we can go File, Export as PDF. You can leave all of this the same, hit Export. Let's see, I don't know where this is going to go. Okay, it goes to my quick access here. We can save this as .grid classic size and hit save. Of course, you'll also want to, after this loads, go File, Save As, and save it as .grid classic size as well. This is going to save it so you can edit it later. You don't want to just save it as a PDF. Let's say you want to change this. Maybe something doesn't work right. You can hit save. So then now we can go over to our files here. Quick access. Where is that from me? .grid is this. Nope, that's downloads. Recent files. So it took me a second to find it, but then I just found it and opened it with Adobe Acrobat or whatever, and you can see you have 2 pages. It can print back to front, and the best thing is because we centered that original square to the middle of the page, both on the the vertical and the horizontal axis. When you print them back to front, they should line up perfectly. My printer sometimes doesn't, so I wish I could show you this, but I don't think that I can. A real good way to show you this. My printer sometimes won't, so sometimes I'll print a test print and then I'll hold it up to the light and I'll see which way I need to nudge one of the prints so that they line up better. But your printer probably doesn't stink like mine does sometimes, so I also would suggest when you're printing these type of things, if you need precision for lining things up, don't use fast print. That also will screw up some of my alignment issues, you know, or alignment whatever. It'll screw up my alignment because I'm using fast print and it's just sucking in the paper and printing it out. And so if you use more of a, I want to say like a careful print setting. So if you use something like a best print setting, you can still just print it in black and white. That way you're not using your colored ink. Then you can get better accuracy when it comes to alignment. Another thing I should mention is this, the font color for this is black. Let's see, where do we have that at here? Yes, so the font color is automatic, which is black. So if you wanted like pink or purple or something dot grid, you could totally do it. If you think when you print this the black is too black, you can change it to one of these. Probably anywhere between gray 6 and gray 9 would probably be a nice like light gray or whatnot. But yeah, then you just print these guys and trim them and put them through your punch or whatever. You don't need any templates or anything. You can just print it and do as you wish with them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I may just throw this grid paper thing that I made in the description there, and you can print it off yourself if you just want to do it and just have it and not make it. But you can totally do this any size, just whatever size page you want. Do the same thing, make a rectangle that page size, line it up in the middle, and they'll print back to front. You won't have to worry about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love for you to stick around and see all the tutorials I have for you for planning. You can also follow me over on Instagram. I share a lot of my planner spreads and whatnot. Sometimes I'm in my stories, sometimes I'm not, but you know, it's always a fun time over there. So yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.